Hola, mi amigos. My name is Brandon Hole, and welcome to Learning Spanish with Brandon. In this video, I'll be particularly talking about on why I picked Spanish as a skill to learn in my life. And secondly, I'll be going over who my coach is and why I picked her as my coach. And thirdly, I'll be going over my 3 objectives and or goals on how I will use this knowledge in real life and hopefully use my Spanish speaking skills to have full conversations with people and to hopefully just use in this world and hopefully go to a like Mexico or places that have Spanish speaking people and have full conversations with strangers and just be comfortable with speaking with people and having normal conversations with people. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So why did I pick Spanish? I could have done German, I could have done Mandarin, shoot, I could have done French. I picked Spanish because my mom speaks Spanish fluently and all of her family on her side speaks Spanish fluently. And ever since I've wanted to learn how to speak Spanish, I've always been so interested in it. And I've always wanted to make them proud because every time I talk to them in Spanish a little bit, just like either hola or como estás or what little things, their eyes just pop up and they're like, oh my gosh, Brandon's doing so good, he's learning so much, and all those other little phrases, they get so excited for me. And so ever since seeing how they react to me speaking Spanish, especially my grandma and grandpa, I've always wanted to learn, and I've always been interested in it because speaking Spanish fluently is very, nowadays it's like, I wouldn't say encouraged, but I would say it's like very useful because especially like in the US, there's lots of Hispanics in the US, so it would be useful to speak Spanish. So ever since, me being motivated and also my mom motivated me a little bit, I've always wanted to speak it fluently and actually have conversations with my grandparents because I never had that interaction with them. It's just usually an hola or adios or como estás. It's never really a fully conversational piece with them, and I just want to speak to them, have a laugh with them, everything, the whole shebang. So as you heard, I talked about my mom's family, and my mom will actually be my coach for this lesson learning and this knowledge because not only does she speak it fluently, she's also a teacher. So being a teacher will be helpful, and her speaking fluently will help me because she's been in situations where students will not understand on what to do in a paragraph maybe or in a sentence and how to group a sentence or how to say this a certain way. So she's seen the student side of it, and she can put things in ways on how I can learn it faster and to improve faster. And so I picked her as my coach because not only she's my mother and I love her dearly, but she will also be a good teacher and she will also be a good listener and also be good for me to learn things in, obviously a slow pace, but hopefully learn it very fast on how I'm going to learn it and what I'm going to do with it in the future. And lastly, this will be on my 3 objectives, and I'll be going into deeper depth on what my 3 objectives and goals are. So let's get into it. So my first objective will be acquiring words. And when I mean by words, I mean like basic words or phrases I will be using on a daily basis. So hopefully by me learning these basic words or phrases I can use on a daily basis, hopefully they will become secondhand to me. So then instead of thinking of, oh, what's that word? I already know it and I can speak it fluently and confidently to somebody. And hopefully that will also help me in sentences and using them in sentences as I get to using basic sentences in my daily life and using Spanish. As I said with the words, my second objective will be adding simple sentences to my agenda of learning Spanish. So with learning simple words and sentences, and simple words I can also add simple sentences I can use on a daily basis and also adding on my knowledge of the words. And so I can just use simple sentences to basically start a basic conversation and actually have a conversation with somebody. It won't be a full conversation, but it'll be enough to be like, how you doing? How's your day? What are you doing today? Like those type of simple conversations they have on a daily. and hopefully that will excel my knowledge to having more comfortable conversations with people, and then hopefully gaining my knowledge, and hopefully upgrading to having full conversations with somebody and not being scared of what to say, and being confident of saying Spanish words fluently and then comfortably with somebody that I don't know or with a family member. And with that last point, it comes to the end of the video, and so all I want to say is thanks for watching.